very shocking.
GenG on
in a
defense,
way.
PRX
I
on
mean,
attack. And we
Texture
got
is so
five
good that
ghosts. Five
typically
ghosts,
very
GenG,
reliable with
and
an
they want
operator.
to
Probably
fight
still
over
gonna see him
towards
pick it up
B.
anyway, but
Retake
you can
over
always shift it over
towards
to Meteor
A.
as well.
Push on middle.
But on this
Knife
defender
goes
side,
towards A,
really
doesn't hit
taking a
anyone.
ton of space, leaving the A side open.
Wall invested,
Just a little bit of the KJ
and
utility
it's going to be a
cleared
5-person
by
retake.
PRX. They're gonna have a free
Finished to
plant.
swap in
Now,
spots.
let's see if they can hold out for this retake. Gonna clear the nano as well. So
Theo as well. Theo, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Appreciate the 19 months. That's a long time, dude. Thank you for all the support.
Trying to figure out exactly where they're going to come from. Looks like
They go behind, they managed to kill the turret, right? Then there's a lot of pressure created. Looking over towards GenG, it's hard for them to defuse this. They do have a little bro though. Okay. Just before the Omen flash came, I'm pretty sure.
That'll dwindle down to numbers.
Either that or
Alert
just spam.
already in action by Divide. We'll keep our eye on that on the middle of the map. As he's already cycled all the
Smoke goes in, Lil Bro's going out. There is a molly here, but Lil Bro's going to tank it. Damn. Okay, you got to give him his props here. This was nice though. They used like the retake smokes that they're talking about now, and Lil Bro hard to hit, and he did just tank a molly. He did great here. This was nice from GenG. These smokes, this is something that who used it the most? Like old C9 was it? 100 Thieves also. I think it was what was the team that used Brim? The MC that was with them? MC or Cupid? Guard.
Yeah, it's going to have some
Guard,
good value
G2?
too, though, as this force spike comes out with the half armor.
Yeah, where they use double smokes, yeah. It was the guard, right? The guard with Brim.
So we'll see what ideas they have. It's going to be a high pop flash from the
Yeah, so it's a similar thing, just this time we had one smoke. Blocks most of the vision off. They gotta just spam. They did force into this one. He stop yapping.
But Munchkin already there from behind the side, and Texture gets another with the Outlaw. Mind Freak's already close with the Stinger, and he's gonna be able to kill Texture.
And they heal up.
Not able to
They get I mean, Fnatic plant, so they gotta fight over towards site.
And the spike will be planted. It's surrounded by the walls.
Yeah, he's not expecting him so close. Big kill from Lakia. He also has Wingman to defuse, so he could create a lot of pressure, and they could pretty much get this person out of position, which is probably why Jin goes close, because he knows he wants to fight on his terms.
The judge actually gets the kill from about medium range from down below. And we will see Lakia pick up
That's so silly, man. I mean, he had no armor. He had no armor. We got to bear that in mind, right? Because he tanked down to 60 HP then healed himself. But
he just had a ghost or something. It wasn't one of the other upgraded SMGs that the rest of PRX opted
that's so
for.
silly.
But he just loses out to Charon. Could have been expecting some early aggression, able to use that against him. The rest of the guns not really revealed until they get onto site, but it's not managed very well by PRX.
And PRX go for another. Okay, I tell you what though. It looks like a force versus the low buy. 2-9 loss bonus. Oh Jesus. 2-9 loss bonus. But it's okay.
So this Outlaw get a ton more value as well for Texture on
this might farm. Like, there is a chance that Texture can really farm this, and they are going towards his site. Everyone on light armor.
Now they will back up the utility.
Couple of body shots. Let's see how he does.
Texture's holding close. He gets spotted by the dash.
I mean, the vision block is there. Munchkin on his own does get traded. There goes the gun. Dude, he pushed through to this angle. Oh man, he really wanted to save his teammate when I think he had to accept that it was done.
So no wall to block off the lines of sight.
That's a great molly. That was a great molly. Teammate comes in.
Ready for the trade as well. Forsaken eventually wins out, but that
Fish ult to secure it.
The rest of the forces to push through. The Thrash will clear out all the areas.
No man.
And he is detained.
Insta defuse as well.
Holy,
this was nice from GenG. The retakes look good. Yeah, the retakes look good.
Lands in time to get the kill without taking any damage. It's going to be the third round nonetheless.
Shout out to Meteor again here. He got the important kill, then he mollies the person out of position and enables everything to fall apart over towards site.
Losing some pieces of the puzzle along the way. I think it's Divide that started with the rifle in this round. That's so dumb. Munchkin, you're so good with that gun. It's not even fair. There's good trades here for PRX, but the weaker weaponry certainly hurts. And a good start. Yeah, let him know, Lakia. It's a good start. For sure for GenG.
Okay, fast buy round for PRX. 4th round in. 5v buy. Lakia is trying to bait out a good amount of util. Knife goes close to see if he did push all the way close. No, he didn't. Omen flash at the ready, and they are going fast. And this Omen flash hit everyone.
They're going to push forward. The Dizzy tags him as well. They're ready for
Oh,
build.
no trade on this.
Not able to get the kill just yet. So down to 4 members, 4 rifles for GenG. A dash in, but something, he's been surrounded. Lakia tries to push him, but something's just waiting for that opportunity. And that allows the rest of PRX to try to swarm the site. Munchkin and Meteor holding true in the back of sight. Trying to
Yeah, everyone can just swing off that one contact. Some of the HP is low, but...
At the back, Karon not able to res as Munchkin eventually gets taken out. A 3v1. Karon, the rookie star, quiet in the first map. Can he find an opening in the second? Gets pinged, uses that against him, isolates one. Ready for another, goes for the repeat, but can't find
Dude, I'm telling you, if
Forsaken.
Forsaken doesn't crouch there, he's dead. 45 HP.
Well, tempo of this match certainly feels very aggressive for both teams. You wouldn't think so without a duelist on the side of GenG, but they're happy to try to take space. They're trying to catch PRX, you know, over-aggressing onto those orb touches. Munchkin's been aggressive on them earlier. This time, it's going to be Lakia who goes for it, wisely backs off. I don't know how something wins that battle, but...
Is it worth rewatching Lotus? 100%, bro.
On the other side,
not a doubt in my mind. You got to watch that map.
Swing around towards the box.
You're considering it, you got to watch it.
Able to lock it down, but it's been very chaotic so far. As obviously, we haven't seen Icebox from PRX in quite some time. This push out Forsaken, good for one.
Yeah, and just the eco.
Is nuts. How is he always so good with these guns? He's one taps.
They do pick up a rifle. Karon's close, can give his team a lot of info in terms of what map control they've taken, and that is a straight up one tap.
No, Jing just shuts down right away. And GenG, despite having a 3-1 lead, of course the econ very low. Munchkin gets the kill from afar as we see a
there's something secured despite.
Karon with the right click. Now just trying to retake some space, but with the rifle recovered.
He expects this eventually though, right?
Call for the save. Try to bank up some econ once again. He's ready for it. Sees the leg, and he will swing right back, trying to clear both corners at the same time. That might be the opening they needed. Karon eventually goes down. Munchkin, does he get the call that someone's close? Might have caught a glimpse of him, and he's
no way, man. He's on for an insane round. Insta swing off tap.
But he needs to defuse the spike as well.
Oh my god.
Not sure about the position. Waiting for Devi, who's oftentimes lurking, but not going to find him just yet. Devi will tease him with the timer. Munchkin just wants to take away the weapons one last time.
That was impressive, man. He did a lot of damage there. Hit some absolute shots.
Yeah, you get the win as PRX, but you don't get much else.
He pre-aimed for the jump shot. Yeah, that's why I got excited. I was like, oh my god, he's going to jump peek, and he's pre-aimed for it.
Great opener, but Munchkin's just so good. That's a nasty shot. Jing there using that wall to get up top. And just barely, they're able to get through it. Jing, when they used to play this map 2 years ago, was playing on the Sage a lot, so kind of going back into that comfort pick here for PRX. No Devi on Chamber. I was kind of curious to see if we were going to get to see a repeat of it, but certainly in this current meta, Killjoy able to
GenG are close to a lot of ults. Munchkin one away, Karon one away, Texture one away.
Meteor be the Killjoy.
Honestly, kind of similar situation, Mind Freak. Devi 2 away, so yeah, the big buy rounds, especially in considering the GenG if they lose. I mean, actually, we did so much damage from Munchkin here. It's just a massive swing round, and they can be a little bit loose with some of their swings with res.
The null command comes through though, so it's not going to be allowing the
nice trade over towards middle. There goes the res.
Just to hold an angle.
Still no.
Sees the gun barrel. Okay, the spike will get planted, but it's going to be GenG who already has so much
gotta keep an eye on the Killjoy here. Looks like we're going around the world.
Now the alarm bot goes off. They know that they're still bouncing around the entry.
Yeah, around the world is on, so we'll keep an eye on that.
For GenG, all of them grouped up.
Flash hits the person at yellow.
Hit something, but they can't find him right around the edge just
yet.
And
he still gets a kill.
When he swings around. Something will barely get that kill with 28 HP. The snake bite clears it right at the end.
Goes in, that blocks vision from the Killjoy. Killjoy's gonna speed up. Damn, Lakia did great. Little Bro's still on it. Damn, so nice. Yeah, good ult from Karon as well. Dude, Lakia is looking really nice.
I mean, so
he's never like rushing his util. Here as well, he's like swinging to trades, little bro. Nice.
He actually does find a kill, but by the time he
Gecko's been great so far.
The pit's already in. What are you going to do against this? And it makes it so challenging for them. Okay, you get the 1-for-1 trade earlier. Meteor, great positioning, great footwork. And then Devi feels like he has to go for it. Had the lockdown, didn't really have time to commit it. Able to hold on is GenG, finding their 4th round win. Now you've got a ton of ults available for PRX.
Yeah, Stinger's over towards A. It's a classic for them.
Seeing if they can maybe get that lockdown into play right around the corner. Texture watching for that belt.
They could have bought a hero gun and someone like peeks this because of res, but maybe they want to save it more. Damn, it's a really early KO ult. They'll be happy to just wait this one out.
It's going to be the null command used as well, and Munchkin actually moves away. They're just, they're trying to just empty A site and see if they bite.
Yeah, but
on the side of PRX.
He's hurt so much.
By the smoke. He catches the side of the blade storm, and Lakia wants none of that from something. Obviously, one of his debut highlights here on Icebox itself. Munchkin ready with a flash.
They gotta accept this.
The double flash is being prepared.
They gotta leave sight. I don't want to see anyone go here. I think it's not worth.
And it should just be able to clear that lockdown out, but still so much utility used by PRX.
Actually broke it.
Will respect it. Paranoia early to take the site. Something should be wary of this. The wingman clears the corner, and Lakia swinging around already. Gets 1 kill.
Still no plant, and they broke wall. Oh, this is a done round.
Cleared out. Forsaken now wrapping around. They want to protect the pin, and it's going to be an all-out brawl right outside the pin.
As soon as they didn't get the plant down there, you got no hope.
Not able to pick up an upgrade to the weapon.
It was a nice instant reaction to maybe make it doable from PRX.
Outside of his comfort zone.
Like, I think that was like the only saving grace is someone just said we need to wrap left side like now, and they all did. But as soon as that plant gets stopped,
trying to isolate the members, but Lakia is still
Lakia gets the kill. No time.
And it will be the round for GenG as Mindfreak will get a consolation kill.
Doesn't matter in this the no time, but still impressive shot.
Everything in the kitchen sink thrown at this round by PRX.
Yeah, they put a lot into it. Killjoy, like it's a huge win. Huge win.
Perfect placement on that frag bet by Munchkin.
Still got Sage res. They might maybe want to actually make a plan around this.
It has to land so perfectly because there's only a small circle that the fragment can clear just by itself on that lockdown that's right next to where it lands. So really,
yeah, I think there was like there was a Viper molly over towards like the G2 plant. I'm not entirely sure. The normal plant with the wall.
Really nicely there, and certainly Alex trying to get them back on track, but with all those ultimates used there, Will, now you start to worry about PRX, because even in a round where you feel like you've got that opportunity, you can get that pit down, you can use that lockdown, okay, it gets cleared, so what?
GenG come good for attack? Yeah, it's not too bad. It struggles a little bit on B, but it can fight well.
But it doesn't come through. GenG's just too good right now, controlling the edges. I think Forsaken gets a little greedy, trying to go for that rifle up on top of Nest there. I mean, I get why he did it, but that costs them, you know, maybe it's safer to just play in the pit at that point, make sure you get the plant.
Yeah, I thought he had a moment, but of course, I mean, this is something that PRX is so good at in the first map on Lotus, was recognizing that GenG will also never let go of the pedal once the fight starts. The trades always continuing to flow in. But as you mentioned, the ult's gone, but it's going to be a force up into the rifles, only a Sheriff for Forsaken on the side of PRX. Meanwhile, Charon still happy to pick up the judge here.
Not going to duel with his res though, right?
Going to keep up the pace to 11. Really push the sights in. That's going to be the trap play set up.
Knife goes in. Knife only hits one. I'm pretty sure.
Allows Charon to set up close by the door. Forsaken caught a glimpse of it on that jump, but not quite the weapon just yet.
He's just going to be holding that angle. Actually, he's going to try to push it.
Oh no,
so
the pop
dangerous.
flash.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
and he
good
beats
info
out the
though.
weapon sound as well.
That's
so gets
good
the
info as
he
well.
wants. Meanwhile, Mindfreak was already all the way up tube.
Munchkin.
Takes a bit of a hit. Divide there.
That's really confident, but he's been hitting some shots. I kind of can't blame him for that.
And that gives PRX
That's a nice shot as well, speaking of it. They also, when he was middle here, he saw the Viper, so they should know there's another person middle.
Planting Forsaken back in tube as well. PRX.
Yeah, and that's why Lakia is looking for it.
Of mid. Nanoswarm used to allow for Lakia to hold a little bit safer on the
Res
side
goes
of yellow.
in. Anything for this? No.
Yeah, and you got to be real careful here as Lakia. You have a Thrash, so you're a real
Dude,
big piece of this
Mindfreak
puzzle.
is
just...
Yeah, Mindfreak is strolling over towards the side. No way. 3v5.
This site, but Meteor trying to defend his own lockdown with his life. Can anyone get here to make
3v5.
sure that it's going to be
one person low. One person has a judge.
Killjoy. Something pushes out just in time. Kitchen taken over by Devi. And Texture, it's too many angles for him to try to clear with an operator, but he's still going to go for it. Already posted up in Snowman. Doesn't catch something up top. Doesn't catch anybody else up top either,
Yeah,
and Divide
dude,
will swing out on a
one of the most questionable ults I've seen for a while.
Shot, and that's going to be
Comes
the
the Killjoy
operator in something's hands.
Yeah, showing us quite a different look after
Yeah,
this. Putting some
this was
mid-pressure
not the
for
one.
PRX.
Let's run from PRX. They get a good. I mean,
good frag there on Divide.
let's see if they can get 2 in a row because this money's low.
It's a good little bait and switch there with that lockdown, knowing that the operator is there to cover it. You know, Meteor aware that they're going to have to try to push that angle, at least able to take a couple down with him, but at the end of the day,
What is this Killjoy, bro?
too strong. Not exactly sure what happened with Lakia behind yellow, but he got taken down quickly by Mind Freak. That's a big piece of that ult puzzle. That was taken down, and immediately a counter timeout for GenG.
Yeah.
Trying to see if they can reassess what's going on. I'm pretty curious about this. What they see that they didn't like in that round. Maybe it's the mid-control stuff where they tried to challenge it.
And it has to be something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
Just about the recognition of the potential trades, perhaps getting, you know, maybe just too drawn out by PRX's initiative around mid. I mean, of course, if you can fully control mid, it's a great area here.
Why don't people play Raze and Icebox? Some do.
Oftentimes, it's one of the least looked upon areas because
Too
it's
many,
so hard to get
too many
full control,
corners
right?
with Raze as well in terms of like the nade isn't going to do as much. It's actually not too bad.
So just saying,
Like every time I watch teams use Raze on this map, it's honestly not too bad.
There's so many angles you got to worry about there.
Just the fact that
PRX,
I don't know, a lot of the time it's just better to not have a duelist. I feel like.
Took that space and worked
On this
with it
map.
because they're just that confident.
The more I see it, the more I'm just like, damn, no duelist is the one. I do think GenG's comp struggles slightly against yellow, and like clearing yellow, and if someone fights yellow, but that's pretty much it. And obviously on attack, it struggles to like plant.
I think a lot more health damage.
It's K, Jing can heal.
Yeah, that's true. That armor gone
The
forever,
Jet, nah,
though.
I do think the Jet is
We'll
better.
see. It's going to be Sheriff's nonetheless. So
Just the dash away in
GenG's
some of these
just gonna have to look
positions
for
is
headshots.
nice,
This
and
is
also
all
like
really, once again, a trap play.
the
We've
dash
seen
and
GenG
just
rely on this
fast
every now
flash
and then
stuff
if
you
they
can
want
do
to
over
throw a
towards B
curveball.
is just
They're actually
easier.
just going to try to swing
Shot,
out.
man.
They don't want to let PRX approach. They know PRX
Yeah, they
will check
went
the
for a
corners,
heavy shutdown
but they
over
won't find the
towards
kills.
B, and
it's an
I mean
attempt
they
from
just don't have the
GenG,
guns for
but
it.
it's going to fall flat as there is the aggro drawn by something. Great teamwork from PRX. Wall goes up, spike goes down. And that should be the round as Munchkin sitting solo close to the wall with a Sheriff. See if he can get a cheeky kill or two.
Hoping that maybe Jing is going to go up the rope and get a freebie.
Restraint from PRX. A rare breed indeed.
Oh, bro, imagine it. Yeah, see his face.
Attempted it for
It was
sure.
a good attempt, man.
Why not, right? Like, you might as well.
Oh yeah, I
go
mean,
big or
if
go
he
home
hit
there.
that other shot,
You
there's
know,
a
you're
world where
probably
he hits
dead
3.
eventually.
Yeah.
See if he can just take away from PRX as much as possible. A change in angle there, force something. And the player on his left switched over to the right. And the bait setting up Forsaken. Get that second kill. Really nicely done by PRX, but now Operator invested for texture again. Couple half armors here and there. Thrash still going to be in Lakia's pocket. Forsaken has a null command though, so let's see exactly how PRX wants to play this.
Yes, this time they have guns and low and knife hits, but it only hits the one guy close.
So in a little bit of trouble. No command
4
immediately
people
make
to
sure
fight
that
here,
there's
no util
utility for
though.
backup, and Lakia trying to make sure he goes for the anti-flash. They actually just don't check it up top.
Yeah, they
Once
just
he
didn't
draws
check
the
him,
aggro
solid
first,
spot.
and it's going to be 3 members down on the side of PRX. GenG only taking damage on the side of their Gecko. So that takes away the threat.
Very nice round for GenG, but I mean 4 people here, they're good angles. Something had to like at least check this, I feel like.
Yeah,
Or at least this person
player
needs to
unaccounted for
go
there.
faster.
PRX just
Check the
keen
angle.
on trying to get past 410 and see what they can do, but
It's hard on A though.
shut
Like
right
A
down
is such
by
a
GenG.
weird,
I don't
it's
know
such
what
a
else to say
weird
about that.
site,
That
man.
one angle unaccounted for can swing around real quickly.
So hard to get everything right when you go in.
Great job by Munchkin.
And similarly on
That
defense.
Very nicely. Yeah, that's just a shutdown from there. So, what do you do? GG go next for PRX on that round. Just
Yeah.
not much you can say other than, oops, we forgot to check pipes.
Yeah, they'll have to remember that one. Now something, going back to what worked a couple rounds ago, just pressuring mid, trying to draw out some of that pressure on the side of the map. But they'll still have to deal with Texture's Operator if they choose to go B. As we can see on the mini-map, Texture trying to decide which angle to hold, trying to back out further towards Snowman. As GenG's made the decision, they're just going to hold near Boiler, near mid, make sure that they're ready for a flood on either side.
Thrash going to be used to check mid, and It's not going to find anything, so
Okay,
right back
it's a bit of
towards
info.
Lakia's hands it will go. Just Devi, the lone lurker.
Any flash
all
to
4
swing
other
this,
members on
or-
PRX.
Oh, this angle.
Yeah, Texture.
No, literally no flash
kind
to
of
swing.
aware
Let's
that
use double flash
something
already.
loves to swing out wide here on yellow. We see it all the time.
Well, Texture's waiting for it, but he won't find the kill just yet. He will get pressure with the fragment as well. Now, the spike absolutely getting planted with the pit as well. What's the answer? Is there still a lurk from Devi on the A
That's
side?
a lovely
See
early
if that
tap of the
finds a good
spike though,
timing
and create a
on
bit
the
of
side
pressure so the
PRX.
spams have to go in.
Meteor sitting
The
in
nice
the
Viper
pit,
ult
waiting
though.
for his teammates to pressure
Might be
everyone
all down
else
to
out.
little
As
bro. We'll
Karen
highlight
has eyes
him.
on the Killjoy. Kept him
Let's see how
locked up in
patient
mid.
Lakia is.
And now GenG, they go for the retake.
Look at him just sitting
Thrash
back.
comes out,
He's
trying
taking
to
0
funnel
risks right
everybody
now.
out of the pit. It's going to go land.
Munchkin's gonna get
Paranoia
half.
as well. Did they
Dude, he
even
might
hear
stick
the
this.
defuse with the Paranoia? Not quite sure. And now it's going
Yeah.
to be PRX who has to flood
Okay.
the pit itself.
Nice
but
and
it's going
easy
to be
for
the
them on
defuse
that. That was
already
good.
goes
Fish
through.
ult to push
Not
them
aware
back,
of the
and
half-beat
yeah, I
shot.
feel like
PRX lose
they had
absolute
to go
control of their
forwards
own
when they
Viper's
went
pit.
backwards. It's hard though
What I'm
because it's
curious
like
about
the
here for
the
PRX
fish
is
ult
the
in the
whole
Viper.
time,
Fish ult against
Devi
Viper
is
ult,
just
it's
watching from spawn
so hard to
down mid.
actually be able to kill it because
You know,
you
if
see
there's
it
any
late,
lurks or any
and
flanks or
then
anything
obviously
like that,
you
but
only
he's
see it
never
and your
even
mates don't see
attempted.
it. So the fish ult
Util just
against the
so
Viper
good
ult,
for
especially in
GenG
this
that they're able to clear the
situation,
pit enough.
just so
Meteor
strong.
just sneaking in there right behind that box, able to take a little extra space, just in case when those taps start coming through that he's able to play from an unexpected angle. But PRX there showing a little bit of some of that rust.
Boy, they go fast over
that
towards
lack of
middle.
coordination.
Okay, give me Karen.
With Jing coming back into the
But he's here
roster,
so early.
Karen, oh boy.
It's going to be a lot, and they check the corner, but not quickly enough as Karen gets 2, and that should be enough
28
to slow
HP.
things down. Paranoia keeps Jing at bay.
Dude, look at
Lakia
Lakia.
already under
Lakia's
2.
just gonna
Wingman
swing middle.
clearing close, but Texture goes down from afar. Mind Freak will equalize the numbers. Meteor picks right up where Texture left off.
Jing did good to get around the
Jing
corner.
has to heal.
They must heal
He should
this.
be
Oh
aware. The
man, so many people
resurrection
here.
comes in, and Divine
Yeah.
tries to go for the trade,
Okay, nicely
but it's a
done, dude.
double
Eight-
stack. Lakia,
8
Munchkin
on
will
defense,
clean
normally
things
the
up,
harder
leading 8-4 at the half for
half, but their
GenG.
comp is
Yeah,
a
trying
lot
to
better
use
on
the
defense.
res
It
as bait
struggles
there.
slightly
Doesn't
on
fool them
attack,
at
more
all.
towards
Munchkin
B.
too crisp, too
Struggles to
clean.
clear yellow, struggles to
Really
plant
solid half.
and
A slightly
spike
different look
on
for
B.
GenG.
Everything else
You
is
know,
pretty
even
good
not
at.
on the jet. Texture able to find a bit of impact. But really, this is like Munchkin and Meteor just shutting these rounds down. And Lakia maybe not
I think
able to find
Clover
as
will
much
replace
impact as
Omen
you'd
and
like, but
GenG's
still
comp. It depends
good
how much
information
they
control,
it depends how much they
making sure they're checking
like
mid,
weight they put
making
on
sure
the
that they're
flash. I'm
being a
pretty
little bit more
confident it
diligent
will.
about one of the few rounds that caused them a little bit of damage.
I would use them instead of
Otherwise,
Omen.
you can see PRX looking a little bit dejected after
Oh.
that first half.
I mean, so many Stinger buys as well, right? But not much fruition from them. The idea is there. Sure, you have a Sage
It's out
wall as
next
well.
Friday,
you can
right?
force a plant. You can cause some close quarters combat to
The
go
6
crazy.
days.
But not quite seeing it. Lots of
They won't-
parents
we
bringing
won't see it
their
till Split
kids
2.
to watch some Valorant as well, as Valorant's really been taking over kind of the younger generation here in Korea. Of course, with all the Korean teams playing tonight, a lot of
Mortal
fans out in
Motions
the
with the
audience.
4 months. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
It was getting raucous in the crowd when GenG started stringing those rounds together on Lotus. You know, those texture aces certainly lit them afire.
I mean, surely around like that, everyone around the world,
Okay,
right?
must-
No matter who
Yeah.
you're cheering
Must win
for.
pistol for
Some good
PRX,
Valorant, but
and
Lotus,
if they're running
both
the
teams really
Sage, they
swinging
should
at
at
it, whereas this
least
time,
be using
PRX
it
will
in
have
the
to find their
pistol.
footing
So
again after
we'll
the
look at the
reset
wall.
half. They'll look for the defense. Killjoy set up on A. A triple stack
Yeah,
on B.
and
Could even go for the
fight
single
over
on the
towards
outdoor,
B,
something
retake
like that.
over
We'll see
towards
what
A, wall invested
control
over
they
towards
want.
A, and then when we get
0
over
point
towards
at
the
the ready
site,
for Forsaken from
GenG
mid.
need to make sure that they fight site heavy because
It's gonna
Sage will.
be kind of
They're
very
the things that
similar
we've got to
again.
keep an eye on.
Both teams kind of mirroring
And
each other in
also
their
we need to
pistol
keep an eye on
rounds.
where the plant is,
Just like
probably
we saw
top
in
of site
Lotus,
with Lil
so
Bro.
GenG gonna get the site for free. Can they kind of turn the tables? Last time it was the defenders who were able to get this, but it's a much faster retake attempt here. PRX already finding one. Munchkin down, the trade from Mind Freak as well.
Yeah, the flank coming in very fast.
Yeah,
JJ
the
wasn't
flank
quite ready
is
for
here
that. They were
fast, but the
peeking
flank
out,
is with
but it
the
seems that they were a
Sage.
little bit caught off guard, but a
So
good angle from Texture.
this
He'll still
might
alive with
backfire
27
a little
HP.
bit, because
See
if
that's
this
the
Sage
deal
goes
breaker
down,
as
the
Karen
whole plan I
swinging
thought
around, he finds one. Lakia's
was
gonna
to
pick up the
wall
kill.
defuse.
Goes for the trade there, and Jing, everyone solo.
Okay,
Mind
nicely
Freak's
done
actually
on
gonna
this.
pick up
Still
the
low
headshot
HPs.
onto 2. Lakia and Karen goes down. Texture still at 27 HP. Devi at 89.
Oh my
He gets
God.
spotted
Oh my
up
God.
top. Texture, hear the drop, but he can't
Okay, nicely
land
done
the
from
headshot
Devi.
as there's a slight
Holy hell, he
ramp
tried to get
down.
timing on him, but
Devi will get the
Devi's
kill
instant
and the
decision was to take the
defuse.
rope and go close
Yeah,
after tapping
as
the
much as the
spike.
beginning part of that round looked kind of similar, it was a much faster retake from PRX. As soon as that spike started going down, they were just like, all right, let's go. Let's do it. The late flank there from Mindfreak catches a ton of value. Once again, having a phenomenal map. I mean, even though
Okay, must win pistol and they win it,
haven't
so
gone
that's good.
PRX's way so far, Mindfreak has been a shining star today. Devi able to just get enough.
Robbins, thank you so much, man. Robbins with the
Devi's
prime.
been very calm
Thank
today.
you, thank
It's
you,
all
the
been
4
yips
months.
and uh-huhs and all the way through on the replays.
Thank you for doing that, mate.
Obviously, I mean, not too much to cheer for.
Lunatic
yet
30 as
PRX.
well, I
They got
missed that
Bugs,
earlier.
no
Thank you for
cigar
doing
on
that as
map
well,
one.
man.
And now,
Appreciate you,
quite a
dude.
few
Thank you all
rounds to string
for the
together if we
support.
want to get back the lead on Icebox.
Goes in, hits 2,
No force
maybe
buy
3.
from GenG.
Nah, just 2.
Things kind of looking a little bit more normal, but Munchkin, these tricky positions, are they going to be accounted for? He gets hit through the
Grating, yeah.
the grate of that.
Wait,
vent.
this is looking like a pretty good
Barely
round. A
says
little
why.
bit of
Had to go
damage
for the left
done.
clicks as the
Meteor
right
gets
clicks
involved as
also
well
would've
over
just hit
towards
the
B. I
grate
don't know
as
what
well,
gun
but
that
it's
is
going to
down,
be
but...
Mindfreak. Swings out, well aware of the lurk-in from Meteor.
Oh.
And Wingman not even going to get the plan, and it looks like GenG perhaps losing a lot of that value. Texture will pick up a kill. Mindfreak not quite aware of Charon's position. Nice to regain a bit of an angle. Texture gets another at long range around the
Damn, the
back.
molly
That is
to
a
push
swing
him out
from
into the
Charon. He
open.
waited so
To 1v4.
patiently.
Everyone's low
He's
HP
able
apart
to
from
try to
1.
hold control of the site,
Damn,
and Texture
dude, and they
with
get
30
so
on
many
the
upgrades.
makes the
It was a
crowd go
must-win
wild
pistol, but that was
once
a must-win
again after a few
anti-eco.
quiet rounds.
Yeah, they did so much damage.
PRX just,
I mean, Texture's
I
just hitting
noticed that
shots as well.
on the other side of the coin, they were being a little bit more diligent about checking for some of those cheeky positions that Munchkin might take. Like, if you give up A space early, you know, we saw this at Masters.
What is it
Grid,
now?
where
What is
Munchkin
that, though?
Push right towards your nest and push underneath belt. And this time around, he hides a position that does a ton of damage, but the other end, so Sheriff singing
like, what is that
song
one?
for Meteor and Texture, doing a ton of damage, and yeah, just sneaky positions, something that GenG has been so good at on this map, using just those little micro timings to get ahead of your information, and it costs dearly for PRX. We're now in Sheriffs of their own, couple rifles for GenG, a Spectre and a Bulldog as well. So now PRX just trying to see if they can guess correctly where this is going to go. GenG's been very quiet, very slow.
Stack is there. All the sheriffs, like you mentioned. 3 already on Evan, 2 by Boiler. They should be a quick backup as well. Flash drives at the ready, so is the
they
Brand.
want
When
to
the
fight
top
site
screen
heavy.
comes down, they were waiting for
Yeah,
this
this
moment.
might work
Picks
well.
off one,
Numbers
and
are here.
GenG, they might have to reconsider things. As
And they
Wingman
stopped the
will
plant.
go in
Doesn't
for
look
the
like it.
plan.
They can see
But
this
is that
guy's
just
legs
enough?
though,
No
and he
luck.
can't
You
see
get
them.
the spray down through the toxic screen. Something
They have
will pick
Sage
off the
Wolf
kill.
retake.
Now Nano Swarms at the ready.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this.
PRX, they're ready to push things out. It's going to be the cloud
King
burst.
wall's up. They gotta break this wall.
There's the Sage wall. They have to break that quickly. But
Gotta
the
break
swing
that
of
wall.
the wide swing, something once again the
Yeah,
crosshair
nicely done from
magnet
PRX.
works
They do
its
it back to them.
magic, and that's all the
Everyone
time
alive.
Michigan needs
Yeah,
for
all the
defuse.
upgrades. Let's see.
PRX answer
It was
right
nice.
back with a
Just
thrifty.
wall goes
yes.
up, top of the spike.
We're right
Everyone
back
goes in front as
to
they
kick
spam
off.
the wall.
Both teams just kind of thrifting each other all over the place.
Yeah, what is
I mean, this again, these timed retakes from PRX, where they're going to wait for you to start getting into position, and that's when they strike. And it makes it so difficult to recover because they're happy to play these scrappy games. They're happy to play like trust in
It's
your own
literally,
instincts,
it's
trust in
actually
your
the
own
best swing
reaction
that
type
he's meant to
gameplay.
do though. That's the
A lot
mad
of other
thing.
teams are thrown off
It's so
by it.
mad that that is
See, this
what
time,
he should be doing.
He's done a pretty good job overall handling it, but this time does get the better of them with those guns. So now Thrash going to be used early by Lakia. Get a little, and it does get the detain onto Mindfreak. He has no help.
Yeah, they're trying to chase through with the shrouded step as well, and Texture barely lands in time to get that kill. Mindfreak, all he could do was turn around and crawl away for his life, crying for help. But help was too far. Now Mosh at the ready, so is the Paranoia.
Lovely
It's a
trade,
brutal
some
trade,
sight.
though. 2 for 2.
Where does this
Now
one go?
from the shadows, they recognize that everyone is here. Meteor already through tube. Does he?
This is
sense
nice, so they
anyone
get
right
the
under
spike
him? Don't
down
think they would've heard him
so
just
early,
yet.
and they have to
It's
deal
going
with
to be- I
people
love
that
the
are here and
positions.
here.
I mean,
Oh,
Lakia
this is such a
holding
well-played
way
round.
deep in attacker spawn. And Meteor trying to hold on to mid. Now hasn't quite checked out the window just yet. Forsaken and him They will. Okay,
Oh, the
now they'll be
timing.
aware of each other.
Yeah, look at it, man. Like, what are you actually meant to do against this?
Away from Kitchen. And Forsaken now he has to find the remaining members. He has to clear them out.
Nice
He
shot.
gets one on Delakia. He's looking up above
There, now
two.
he's got to deal with
Now
another
Texture
one.
already out of the site.
Meanwhile,
Meteor,
he's
no
still got to
reason
go
rush
all the way
in.
over towards
Just
A
gotta
and
force
defuse
him
the
away from
spike.
the
There's
spike.
probably planted on towards heaven, so it's easy as well.
Tuck
Like, that
into
is
the
a
garage
sick round.
area, and we'll get
That
there.
really is. That's so cool.
Real question is he going to be hunted down? Still a
They
little
played
bit
this
of
like
time.
perfectly.
Ping's coming down for GenG. Shots ring out.
Like, this was
Forsaken
a
knows
done
the
round
Meteor's over
by
there. And knows that he
position
has to be
alone.
tucked behind that bridge. Gonna watch it. The turret coming out, though not gonna be able to find the kill. I love what GenG does on this round. First of all, they read that there's just gonna be potentially just a solo player holding down that B side. A lot of attention being paid towards A by PRX so far. So they're able to use that.
Okay, this is.
To make sure,
I mean,
excuse me,
you've seen them eco
yeah,
them as
thrash
well,
to
though.
get that
But
pick.
this is a big round.
And then it's just
Back and
they
forth
read
is
the
just
rest
going
of
to
the map
suit
so
GenG
incredibly
being
well.
the head.
They're trading, and then they see, oh, there's only two. We have an Omenal. Over to A we go. And then from there, there's just no hope for PRX. They're trying to do what they can, but
Holds on to the entire map, right?
Yeah.
Just to spread out. Normally, we kind of speak against that, obviously trying to stick to numbers, but just understanding how much the PRX would have to clear to approach the retake. Now, GenG pressuring A site once again, and this time PRX, it's a reactionary round. They try to go for a spread out 2-1-2 default. Now scrambling towards A. GenG, though, no lurk, just the turret to watch their flank. So they don't have too many options to rotate out no matter how much time is left. Just going to be a set execute, but an immediate clearance of all the utility makes him think twice about this one. The paranoia to allow Texture
And the
to
movement
dive
is
in
so
with the
nice.
Shrouded Step. He's already under, but he
The
gets
movement
spotted.
is
The
so
storm
good.
keeps him tied up. He will go for the trade, but Forsaken with a
Nicely
big double,
done with
and
this.
another
Holy
from
hell, that
Devi
was
and
cool to
Jake
watch.
each. It's going to be a perfect defense from PRX.
Yeah, and they just tried to
hold on
force through the wall
three
here and got
members.
absolutely
well, now you can see
punished.
kind of
4
part of the
people on
game plan
site.
here for PRX. Understanding, yes, we talked about the fact that
Now what?
they're really good at finding these timings when
Stinger
GenG
by or
wants to make
something?
their executes and shutting them down. You're seeing it here again. But part of that is also because of the fact there's no jet. It makes it a lot harder for GenG to take space
Hate
here.
this map.
And PRX has
Yeah, it's just not
recognized
good to
that.
watch,
They're
not
shutting
good
it
to
down.
play.
They're hitting them at the point of attack, knowing that
Doesn't make
GenG
sense.
has to rely on those util dumps.
Don't
You
have
called
many
it. They're
positives
clearing
about
a
it.
lot of that utility when it comes out and sidestepping it, taking really good angles, really good crossfires, making it really tricky for GenG. So GenG, they want to start thinking more about this B site, more about using some of their utility to clear these angles. Ooh. See if they can get a plant down. Divide does find one.
Yeah, it's another
towards
eco.
mid. A lurking
This
meteor
one
accounted for.
might be able to string 2 in a row. Looking good.
Hit through his own Dizzy as well. Forsaken still holding on. Wasn't quite ready for Texture to swing out.
How do you
but
fix
will
this
get
map?
out
You got to
safely.
change
Jake
these
finds
2
the lurking
signs,
Munchkin. PRX starting
which
to get a
is pretty
pulse
much the majority of the
onto
map. So
the opponents
I'd
and
be
their
better off just
abilities
getting
to
rid of that.
rotate and lurk. Now,
Stuck in that garage area.
yeah, not much to do on this round. Just trying to see if the opponents approach
So
them.
everything?
Cheeky
Yeah,
kills
basically.
Like that.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like
Trying to dodge all that
I'm trying to
fire,
think
but
of it. I'm
eventually
trying to think
Jake
of like
is
a
going
good
to find
example
him.
of this. But you know when you could like
down.
RNG maps, you know, like
Texture
games
did
where you
pick
could
up
just
a Phantom.
you put it in. I'm trying to think of
Midst of all
games.
this,
There's a
6-1
few, I guess, where you could
Not
like
looking
just go. Can you just like
ideal,
randomly
and
generate a map,
turns just at the last
and then
second
this
by
one
three.
comes up.
Good for
You're
the
like,
final
well, sure, we'll
kill.
just play it.
It's PRX
It
up to
literally
8,
feels like
starting
that.
to catch up towards GenG.
Oh, we've seen this
It just feels like
before already
it was just
tonight.
randomly
I'll see if
generated.
PRX can make the same magic
And
happen.
with not much thought
We've
behind
had
it.
a lot of PRX fans visiting Seoul for their games even since last year. Try to get
AI
that
man.
side of the arena, bearing up a little bit of that energy, get them something to cheer for, as they're now only 2 rounds away to tie things up. Trying to make this go to a map 3 unbind.
Look at that green bar of ultimate.
Yeah, they want to go aggro with
That's
this
so
one.
scary now as GenG, you finally get into a buy round.
Flash into
There's so much
jump
available,
up
they're just
dash.
gonna
No,
go.
okay.
Oh, it's the wall up. I've been
Yeah, it's a
waiting for something
full-person
like this.
push.
PRX, there's never
Damn.
just a clean game of Sage. It's always something
Damn.
tricky, and it's
While
just
they're
a
all
push on
focusing
across
on the
the
A
entire
push, he
map.
pushed down
This
all the
GenG
way
just
through
dropped like
Tube,
flies,
just walking.
all
That's
near
sick.
their
What a
spawn,
sick
never
round.
able to leave
Bring that out
home.
into the big buy
And
rounds. That
PRX
was
shuts
nice,
the door
bro.
in front of him.
Yeah.
Double
Well,
flash
they
as
fuse
well.
one ult
Flash
there.
early, then
That's the res.
flash.
You get your guns back. You keep
So
your
you create
economy
so
great.
much pressure here,
Paper
and then
racks.
just the
I mean, I would do the
slow
same thing with
walk
the
as
Dolphin,
everyone
start
is
res them up
just
again.
focusing on
Exactly,
behind.
why not?
Pretty cool.
You got reses for days as PRX. I mean, it's just crazy what they do sometimes, man. I mean, I'm just like trying to like
Yeah, this was
talk
sick.
about what happened previously, and I'm like, forget it. They're just gonna rush them.
I mean, yeah, this is just a tempo change, right? Catches GenG entirely off guard. I mean, probably something that GenG thought about at the start of the map, but the fact that it has not happened at all the way up the round.
Yeah, even the molly to just make sure that they're far back ramp. Really cool strat.
PRX strikes. The boost up, the elevator.
Some of the stuff they're best at.
You know, great timing, great
Like their
thought
set strats are
processes
just
that
always
PaperX is
so
able to
well
figure
thought
I
out.
mean, you see this all the time with PaperX. They lose a map or they go down early in a map, and something changes inside of them. I'm not just talking about the player, just the team in general. Their thought processes, their mindset. They're so unflappable. Is PaperX.
Attack, yeah.
That they're,
you gotta attack after they see that. Their big buy round just got wrecked and they're about to force down to... I mean, honestly, if they get a plant, they can buy next pretty well.
For these pushes, and they can make them work because of how good they are. They've got these plays in the back pocket that can start to change the momentum without needing a timeout or anything like that.
Gotta buy an extra gun on this. We get a few shorties out because of the Viper ult, and we got a lot of ults in.
In his mind, they've worked in a short amount of time. They haven't had a ton of time to practice.
Towards
a couple days.
Yeah, and it's just
pressure towards, I mean, honestly, just a 4-1.
Right outside of pipes, doesn't want to risk that pit getting caught off guard just a little bit. So making
Love
sure
this.
that he denies the entry point.
They wait for the knife and then they go close yellow. Do they think that knife is clear? Sorry, they think that yellow is clear.
There's a cheeky sage wall going on somewhere.
Flash in from the KO.
Everybody's here.
Oh, the flash
Whoa,
gets a big
it's unlucky.
tag.
They got a little bit unlucky they didn't get anything, but everything here was really nice from PaperX. Last few rounds have been great to watch.
GenG takes over some part of mid for a pinch. Not going to have too many options.
Yeah, they're trying to get
Munchkin over to the TP. Yeah, very nicely done. And again, this is what I'm saying, right? It's hard for them to clear yellow, so they play yellow heavy, and they're playing it like really well.
They haven't quite cleaned up the timings just yet, and PaperX will punish that mistake like there's no tomorrow. Wingman trying to get the tag, but it's just way too many members. Locky will do his best something impersonation, but it doesn't end with a kill.
Did it right. Ooh, imagine he got that kill. Would have been a close 1v1. Okay, nicely done from PaperX, and again, just good set strat, and then good idea of what this comp in terms of the comp that GenG is running struggles at, and just heavy pressure over towards yellow, and this is well thought out. Flash goes in, and then they know when they're over towards yellow, their plan is that they flash and then they omen TP, trying to do similar to what a Jet does, and they just go closely. They can see the TP. Doesn't matter if they eat the flash. So, this is great from PaperX.
Wasn't able to get through that from the shadows correctly in time. Or something and got a glimpse of him as he got flashed, was able to get the kill. So you're also maybe seeing a little bit of this new comp change for GenG, kind of showing a little bit of polish that is lacking. Oh my god.
Something just looking for an early pick. Now, PaperX, they should be wary of
this. Holy, look at the movement. Oh, the flash was nice on this. Yeah, been a couple of nice rounds from PaperX. This one might be a little bit harder. Fast flood site, 4 people. Yeah, plant goes down as well. And they get 2 kills before the ult goes in. GenG a little bit all over the place, right? Killjoy ult to try and get back a site, but 2 people are already committed trying to defend the bike plant. Like, this was not pretty to watch.
The arsenal of PaperX, and it's going to be the classic aggro draw as Forsaken gets the trade, swings out for a third.
Yeah, GenG are melting a little bit on this one. Nicely done from PaperX. Forsaken did unreal.
For the first time here
but GenG made that easy for them.
I just love the quickness that PaperX makes decisions to do things. You know, they stick around a little bit for
That's
the lockdown.
very true.
They don't have the
They're so fast at
it.
decision making.
So they're just looking for a few picks and
it's
other
literally
things.
you can tell in their team it is someone calls one thing and they all go, yep, that's the one that we're doing. And they instantly all react.
Holding another angle off the different direction. Protocols there so good for PaperX on this retake. Everybody looking where they need to.
Just fast call goes, it feels like.
Don't even have to invest that counter lockdown that you mentioned, Will. They were able to hold on to it, so they've still got it. They've still got an open man.
They got. I mean,
they
managed to just squeeze out by him. Maybe they're missing something. But yeah, missing 1 KO flash.
Not too much. But you don't need it when you're that good.
Yeah, might have even heard
PaperX has done such a good job at changing up like the last 4 or 5 rounds. It's been so good to watch.
Put extra pressure onto Garage. GenG has to keep clearing all of that meteor.
Yeah, and they're just stun locked, man. Look at them. They're just going for individual jaws now. And they don't know what to do. Yeah, they managed to get the trades back in 2v5, looking like one of their better chances of winning the past few rounds.
They've still got the Dizzy, one more flash drive as well. They do have the tools. If they can catch Divide here in mid, if he can pick up that kill, and Divide knows, as long as I stay alive, the backup's there. Munchkin takes a lot of hits for his trouble.
Yeah, and they're going to try to split the map, see if they can confuse PRX, but PRX is fully committed towards A, especially with that knife there.
Knife goes
That's
in
gotta be
towards
your
A,
thought
does
that's
it
gonna
from
be
far
that.
back,
Now the Thrash
fish
on the
ult
other
as
side, so
well.
you're thoroughly confused as PRX to which side
Whoa.
of the map this is actually going to be.
He
Do
might
the
as well just
detain
go for this.
onto Forsaken.
Bro, you gotta just go
Use
for
the
that. Think
Dizzy
about
as
it.
well.
Your mate
Check
just
the SD cover.
mate just
Jing
faked
is
over
just
towards
arriving in
A.
your kitchen.
Yeah, they weren't able to capitalize on that.
Didn't
kill just
really
yet, so that means
understand
Munchkin,
this.
while he's rotating
Like,
all
this
the
one
way
didn't
back
make too
over
much
for his
sense, to
teammate,
be
trying
honest,
make sure that they have a bit of a numbers
in terms of what was
advantage.
going on.
Now to capitalize on
I feel like their
that,
plans
now
at the
it's all
moment
up
are
to
lacking
Wingman.
slightly.
The swing off of the flash drive. Jing not able to stop the plant. This might be the best chance that GenG has had. The drop, the oh-quite check for Avlakia, looking for another. Can he get a second?
So still
No,
a
and it's
close
going to be Jing and
2v5 to
Forsaken.
be honest. Okay,
The
two chances
duo.
for PRX
They're
to
going
take
to
us
be
to
able to
bind.
bring home PRX right up to a map point.
I already thought maybe that was going to be the round when you lose that lockdown, that maybe GenG's going to be able to hang on, but PRX's gunplay so on point. Something now getting aggressive on B, something we haven't seen from PRX
I think it'd be more
yet.
fun or
Now they're
stressful to be a
starting get
PRX coach.
belief in their playbook.
Probably more
You're starting
fun.
to see why
I
they
think as
like
long
this
as
map. This
you,
defender side has been
because you got to
nearly
accept that they win so
flawless
many,
for
they
them.
win
Just a
more
couple
rounds
rounds
than they
dropped.
lose
Now that
over
operator
peaking.
is in hand.
And so as long as you just
Bladestorm in
did the
back,
strict
still
rule
with
of
the
don't do it
lockdown.
against
The no
ecos,
command available.
you
Forsaken
as a
have
coach
whale
can't be
command,
raging
both
really,
KOs.
I think.
Really
I mean you
showing up,
can,
especially on
but
their defender
you
side.
can if it's like
Really
ridiculous
Jing,
situations.
Lone man on A with some of that KJ utility. Oh, excuse me, I just saw
Nah,
something now.
I think,
doubled up. I didn't see that earlier. He was buried underneath
you
Jing's
have to
icon on
accept
the
it.
map.
I mean, they
You
are
have to accept it.
oftentimes
It's
all
just part of the
stacked up
team.
against
Yeah,
each
that's
other, waiting for the trades. So we shall see. Lockdown and no command still in the pockets of PRX. Like you mentioned, something now peeking out. Jing covering him for any peeks out from Belt. So A side secured for PRX.
It's like, dude, I'm telling you,
Solid
they have a
2-on-2
similar
default.
situation to what we had in
Just going
Liquid.
to Forsaken.
Like Scream
Going for a jiggle.
would
Now calls
do
for
some mad
backup.
stuff,
Device still
but he
watching,
would win
playing
us
for the
way
team.
more rounds than he would
Boys
lose
of
us.
Cloud not
So he's
activated
allowed
yet
to,
from
he's
Karon.
allowed to have the freedom. And it's
So
just
dumb
that,
coming
just with
through.
everyone on the
Let that
team.
Viper's pit, yeah, let's see if they can get it down this time.
So,
Buy a little bit of extra space. Mind Freak re-aggressing.
Yeah, and he's trying to hold close. He doesn't want this pit to come up. He wants to strike when the iron is hot, and he'll try to swing out. They're trying to make sure that GenG dumps all their util before they have to do anything. Forsaken trying to go for a long-range trade, but it's going to be GenG who still just wins out in the numbers. More angles covered. The smoke eventually dissipates. There is the jump up onto the wall.
holy, that could have been
Block, yeah.
different. Okay, there is some
Eventually
damage
gets the
done.
spike down.
Is a lot
Now
of damage
something
done. Viper
trying to
goes in,
join
that
Jing
might
in the
secure it.
verticality.
Omen
As we
ult
see a from
gets
the
stuck
shadows
towards
from
here, 11
Texture.
HP. This guy might
Lands
just stay
all the
alive, to
way
be honest.
behind PRX, and they have to jump into
Yeah,
the smokes as long as
nicely
gets
done on
sprays
this.
down for two. It's all up to something, and with the
Doesn't matter
Bladestorm,
too much,
it's going
everyone
to
can
be so
buy.
tough to try to clear this Viper's pit.
Okay,
Skirts
2
around,
chances down
and
to 1.
Karon will answer back. We still go yet another round.
Okay. I mean, again, these cheeky positions, both teams just finding these nooks to hide it, and this time they're going to use a smoke to cover Lakia's spot.
The orbs are
Device
everything
just
at the
bunny
moment.
hopping through there. Jing's
The
like,
orbs
okay, this
are
is safe. I'm just
everything.
going to drop down, and all of a sudden, that's 2 members down. Pushing through on the site here, Karon find that angle, able to get that trade. Big part of GenG's gameplay is.
Let's see how
Teams
PRX
have been
approach
talking
this,
about it in some of
because
their
they don't want to
interviews
give
when
him
you
an orb,
face
really.
GenG, is that it feels like there's always another player there. There's always
They
that
fight
trade.
heavy for both of
Everybody's
them
working off each other
at the
so
moment.
well. It's a big part of
Yeah, they
why
gotta accept
they've
this
been
once
as
the knife
successful
hits.
as they have. Now they're using a lot
They'll
of utility.
Kind
Take
of
some
in a
space,
situation where they
something
can
not
fight
gonna
this a
invest.
little bit.
That up.
We'll
Not
see.
quite enough money in the bank, I guess. Well, they could
Question
have.
is,
They didn't. They didn't
Yeah.
opt to.
who
I mean,
gets
not
the
really
ult?
at it.
Choosing the
You would
mobility,
imagine
it
Munchkin
seems,
does,
throughout
and
this
then
entire
it's
map.
Lakia
It's going
able
to
to
decide
farm.
execute. Once again, PRX, are they ready for the 5 stack? It looks like it. Slow orb keeping them at bay. The null command used as well. They still have a lockdown for a
Yeah,
potential
Munchkin
retake
gets
or
ult.
another push back out. That gives
It's a
Mind
bit of
Freak
a
the
small win
opportunity
for,
now to
I mean,
cover
bit of
for
a small
mid.
win for
Checking
everyone, to be
through
honest,
the
in terms of
rotation.
PRX.
They don't see anything yet. A ping comes out on the B
It's
side
like-
for GenG. They have all the intention to rotate over.
GenG obviously
Now
got
with
the
Poison
ult
Cloud
around
going
off
up,
them, but
Mind Freak, it's his job to hold
forced
the
them back a
line.
little
One
bit.
Nano Swarm to disrupt.
yeah, and this is what I was talking
any
about.
type
This comp
of plant.
struggles at
No
yellow.
command
The knife
coming
goes
out, but it's
in.
not
How are they
going
going to
to
handle
be
this? Do you imagine
catching
it's a
the killjoy
flash?
just yet.
Wait,
Forsaken
that's the person that's
takes
meant to
down
flash
the
yellow.
KO, and Mind Freak just trying to drag this fight out as long as possible. A wide swing from Texture, but Jing gets yet another
Oh, it's
kill.
decided from
It's
that
going to be a
duel.
long-range hold from something, and now it's all
Yeah,
about
they,
Texture
dude,
as Jing
this comp
takes him
can't
down.
clear yellow, I'm
13
telling
to
you.
11 once again.
Nicely done for
But on
PRX
the
for
other
realizing
side
that.
is PRX PRX They finally answer for their own nightmare.